To all Atmas. Now we are going to see under Atmasiddhi Yoga, step number 4, the mind cleansing technique. So this is pertaining to the Manonmaya Kosa. So body cleansing technique pertains to Annamaya Kosa. Chakras cleansing technique pertains to Pranamaya Kosa. And the mind cleansing technique pertains to Manonmaya Kosa. In this Manonmaya Kosa, this is a very important kosa among all. Because in this Manonmaya Kosa, the characteristic features of the elements in this Manonmaya Kosa decide the energy levels in the Pranamaya Kosa, and that decides the immunity power and the disease cause in the Annamaya Kosa. So this is very important. So in this Manonmaya Kosa, what it contains is against Sahasrara it is Buddhi, intellect, and against Agya it is the senses, five senses, and against the Visuddhi this is called the ego, this point above the chest, and Anahata Chakra refers to the place of Atma, the soul, and the Manipura Chakra, it refers to the gunas. See, when you get fear, when you get anger, the Manipura Chakra disturbs. That shows the gunas are the place in the Manonmaya Kosa corresponding to, because this Annamaya Chakra, the Anahata Chakra, all this pertains to the Pranamaya Kosa. But corresponding, because all this, these three layers, these three kosas are adjacent to each other. So we are referring to this gunas pertaining to the corresponding part of the Manonmaya Kosa of the what do you call the Manipura Chakra of the Pranamaya Kosa. So gunas. So this is a separate layer. All these layers are interconnected. Annamaya Kosa, Pranamaya Kosa, Manonmaya Kosa, Vijnana Anandamaya Kosa. Out of this, these three are main factors, are interlinked, which normally carries on the day-to-day activities. And that two are the spiritual side. This is on the materialistic side. We are using this. This normally operates. So the gunas, and against the Swadhisthana Chakra, there lies the subconscious mind. This is the storing place of all the events and all the experiences that we experience in our day-to-day life. This gets stored. And the last Muladhara Chakra is the IQ, intellectual energy point. See, right from the time when you get up in the morning till go to the bed, when the mind is in conscious stage, the buddhi will have thoughts generated from it. The thoughts are present thoughts, or past thoughts, or future thoughts that you seen earlier. So the past thoughts come from the subconscious mind. Future thoughts comes from the what we anticipate that is going to happen. That takes place during the conscious mind when it thinks about the future. So these thoughts makes man or breaks man. That is the thing. So if thoughts are positive thoughts, it makes you to achieve success. If thoughts are negative, it leads to degeneration of cells and lead to disease and unhappiness. So these thoughts, so what happens, every thought what is generated and its corresponding action, the thought is followed by action. When this thought is generated, normally how thoughts are generated is, the senses, when we are in conscious mind, the sense, all the five senses are active and it sees the external world. And when it sees, immediately it is perceived by the buddhi. Immediately a thought is generated in the buddhi. If what is perceived, if it gets attracted, the buddhi, then the attraction leads to ego generating a feeling of desire. A thought of desire is generated, a thought of lust is generated, a thought of greed is desired. These thoughts, when it is generated, all these experiences, every second experiences get stored in the subconscious mind. So what happens, if same act is seen and same feeling is experienced and same act is repeated, the same act when it is repeated and it gets stored in the subconscious mind. Same act, if it repeated, that ends in a form of a habit. And the same reaction also gets stored in the subconscious mind. And the actions lead to habits, And same reactions when you experience, it leads to gunas. So habits and gunas is the place of this Manipura chakra. So one may have a good habit, one may have a bad habit, one may have good gunas, one may have bad gunas. All these things is based on our day-to-day experiences, what the buddhi reacts to the ego, and on these experiences what is gets stored in the subconscious mind. This is reflected at each and every time when we face similar events. Same act if repeated several times, when similar event is happening, immediately from the subconscious mind the reaction will immediately get come out, and the same action will immediately come out. The habit reflects. So like that. So when a person does things wrong, and while doing Atma Vicharana, he feels guilty. The guiltiness gets stored in the Atma as a Atma Bharam. In the simmering displeasure gets stored in the Atma. So whatever dejections due to failures, unfulfillment of expectations, all these negative feelings, it gets stored in the Atma. That is called, it creates Atma Bharam in that. So the Atma Bharam is one of the important cause for disease, sorrow, dejections and all. So whenever we face when negative thoughts lead to negative actions, at that time, when the mind is calm, when it is turning negative means for that there is a positive aspect is not being utilized. So that what happens, the positive energy is neutral. When it is turned negative means to the extent the positive, the atom contains proton, neutron, electron. So when the electron is activated and proton automatically is not used. So the positive energy gets settled down at the Muladhara chakra. That's why every person has got equal intelligence. Only thing how you use, because if he is carried away by the external attractions, automatically his positive intellectual energy gets settled in the Muladhara chakra. So how you react to the event matters. If you focus on the subject and your IQ level is fully utilized and you achieve success. While doing a particular act of studying, if your mind is attracted by extraneous events, automatically intellectual energy gets settled down at the bottom. So that is it gets settled down at the bottom. What happens? The buddhi, your thoughts are attracted by the senses and the ego, and it drags you to enjoy the time. And more the time you enjoy without using your intellectual power properly, your talents will not come out, and this talents, intellectual energy gets settled in the Muladhara chakra. That is called Kundalini Shakti. So when this continuously done, this becomes a habit which is every second stored in subconscious mind, and these negative experiences, negative actions lead to gunas and habits. And these gunas and habits, if it left alone, every time you commit the same mistakes and you will be facing failures, and this facing failures leads to dejections which gets stored in the Atma. So this is the process that takes place in us. That's why most of the people, why they are gloomy, why they are sorrow, because these things are not properly synchronized. Thoughts, senses, ego, gunas, subconscious mind, or intellectual energy. These are all not properly synchronized, because of which there is a dysynchronization. Because we have to face the external events that we cannot avoid, because it's a part of our duty. But when the dysynchronization is there, and we do not able to know how to face the events that creates tension, pressure, dejections, all these things, further accumulates and aggravates. And that is the cause for people facing various chronic diseases. Because what happens, this kind of disturbances that happens inside this, it automatically affects the energy levels in the chakras. And these energy level disturbances, negativity, will lead to degeneration of cells. And ultimately, it leads to disease. So it is high time that we should correct, we should see that all these things are properly synchronized. So so how to synchronize is, see, the subconscious mind contains the past experiences. This past experience is the cause of gunas. So if we want to change everything, we have to awaken the Kundalini Shakti, that is intellectual energy that is dormant, stored in the Muladhara chakra. Once it is awakened, with this awakening, what you have to do is first, in the subconscious mind, all the negative experiences, everything, negative aberrations, first you have to completely cleanse. Once it is cleansed, what happens? The gunas are mainly because of negative experience that is reflected back whenever you face the same situations again and again. When the subconscious mind negativity is removed, automatically the gunas, the negative gunas, slowly start abating. When this negative gunas goes, so here, whatever negative gunas, with this awakened Kundalini Shakti, the negative gunas also have to be cleansed. After cleansing this, you have to come to the Atma, where the Atma Bharam is there, the simmering displeasure, the negativity, the feeling of guiltiness, feeling of sorrow, all these things have been stored in the Atma. So you have to cleanse completely and bring Atma Bhoj. And once this comes, then you have to go to the next level of ego. So here the ego, when all these past experiences are changed, and now you cleanse the ego and make it egoless. So whatever you see, you should not have the feeling of attachment and expectations, and you have to go to the stage of egolessness stage. So completely cleanse the ego and make it egoless, and then move to senses, where whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you taste, you only see the positivity. In this, you cleanse all the negativity and retain only positivity. So once whatever you see, even if things happen negatively, you take it as a lesson. You take it positively. Oh, this gives me an opportunity to correct myself. So whatever things negative happens, whatever negative things you hear, if somebody is cold, immediately instead of getting egoistic and reflecting by way of anger, once you become egoless, you realize that this abuse is nothing but the correction of my mistakes. Thank them. So you can convert negative sensual perception into positive sensual perception. And when this happens, next go to the buddhi, where you cleanse all the negative thoughts. Once all the negative thoughts are removed, that positive thoughts, whatever you see, you will see only divinity in whatever you see. Whatever you hear, you see only divinity, you see positive. So once these things happens, this positive thing, whatever you see, whatever you hear, everything, this now gets settled in the subconscious mind. So now what happens? Only positivity gets settled in the subconscious mind. That makes your gunas always positive, always divine. And when the gunas are divine, there will be always Atma Bhoj will be there. And always there will be egoless state. And whatever you see, there's a positivity in your vision and positive thoughts. So by this mind cleansing, we are going to awaken the intellectual energy, the Kundalini Shakti, cleanse each and everything, subconscious mind first, gunas, Atma Bhoj, egolessness, sense, negative sensual perception, and cleanse the negative thoughts. When this is done, naturally, your positivity in the mind conscious level develops. That is, always mind, as I told you, mind contains 4 levels of consciousness. This first is sensual consciousness, ego consciousness, Atma consciousness, and supreme consciousness. So mind will remain always in the supreme consciousness. So for keeping it in the supreme consciousness, we will do the next step, that is called Atma Samadhi Dhyan, to keep it in the supreme conscious level. So now you are going to use your Atma Jyoti. As I told you, your Atma Siddhi Yoga, your Karta Atma only is going to do all these activities. So using your Atma, you are the Karta, your Atma. The Atma is going to use this Atma Jyoti to cleanse this. What you are going to do is, the intellectual energy is in the Muladhara Chakra. So now you are going to awaken this intellectual energy. Energy is Shakti. Om is the pranamam of Creator. So you are going to invoke the power of Creator to awaken this Kundalini Shakti, the intellectual energy. So you are going to, here for all the here, you are going to invoke the power of Creator, Paramatma, who is deep inside the Jivatma. So using him, you are awaken the Shakti. That's why we call it as Om Shakti. So you chant the mantra Om Shakti, 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 Om. 18 times you chant. So what happens while you are chanting this Om Shakti in your visualization, that is called positive self-imaging and positive self-hypnosis. What you are going to do is, in positive self-imaging, as and when you chant the mantra Om Shakti, visualize the dormant intellectual energy, the Kundalini Shakti, start awakening. See, when you heat the water, what happens? Slowly the water start boiling. So like that, here the Kundalini Shakti start boiling and move up. When you heat the water, what happens? The vapors moves up. Similarly, the vapors of intellectual energy start moving from Muladhara Chakra to the Sahasrara Chakra. So first you have to heat it fast. Heat it, the Kundalini Shakti, with the Atma Jyoti by chanting Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti. You visualize the Kundalini Shakti, the intellectual energy, started heating, and the vapors start flowing. So then you just, the vapors of intellectual energy now first touches the corresponding part of Swadhisthana Chakra, where the subconscious mind lies. In this subconscious mind, we have so many forms of so many forms of evolution we have taken. All the experience has been stored here in the subconscious mind. That's why we say human conscious mind is cannot be compared with any number of supercomputers. That much. From the time when we come out of Paramatma till the date, we have passed through so many forms of creatures, and finally in human form itself we have taken several life cycles. We do not know, but all the experiences are stored in the subconscious mind. So in this subconscious mind, whatever negative experiences that are stored, now we are going to remove it. Whatever positive will retain as it is. In whichever form it has been there, positive experiences will retain, negative experiences will cleanse it by chanting the mantra Om. So now the intellectual energy and the Atma Jyoti both together, this will move inside the subconscious mind and start cleansing the negativity in the subconscious mind. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti. While you chant the mantra Om Shakti, visualize the Atma Jyoti and the intellectual energy moving deep into your subconscious mind. Just like a train traveling inside a tunnel. You are moving inside the tunnel of subconscious mind, wherein the Atma Jyoti moves inside the dark and cleanses, burns all the negativity in the subconscious mind, all the negative experience, all the negative aberrations. It, along with the intellectual energy, Kundalini Shakti, burns all the negativity. And slowly, all negative experiences, negative feelings, negative things gets completely wiped off. Now move to Manipura Chakra. This is the place of your gunas and your habits. So all the negative gunas and negative habits you are going to wipe off using your Atma Jyoti and the Kundalini Shakti, that intellectual energy. Chant the mantra Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti. Each and every time Om Shakti, visualize the Atma Jyoti burning off all your negative habits, burning off all your negative gunas, and making you always positive and divine. This is the positive self-hypnosis you have developed. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, 9 times. Now go to Anahata Chakra. This corresponding part of Anahata Chakra is the Atma. So now in the Atma we have got Atma Bharam, the negative guilty feelings, the negative simmering displeasure, the negative depressions, all these things have been stored in this Atma. So now with the Atma Jyoti and the Kundalini Shakti, we are going to wipe off all the negativity and bring Atma Bhuj. Om Shakti, 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 Om Shakti. Take a deep breath and feel a sigh of relief that you are now getting Atma Bhuj. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti. Now move to this Visuddhi Chakra place, corresponding place is the ego. So now visualize in the ego, you are cleansing all the negative egoistic feelings in you by chanting the mantra Om Shakti and taking this Kundalini Shakti there. Om Shakti, 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 Om Shakti. You chant as much time as possible. Stay and see that this ego, state of ego is converting into egoless state. Now move to Agnya Chakra. Here your senses, 5 sensual perceptions, all the negative sensual perceptions, whatever you see, hereafter all the negative perceptions, once it has been burnt, whatever you see, only you see the positive sensual perception alone will remain. Om Shakti, 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 Om. So visualize all the negative sensual perceptions have been completely burnt and is left with only positive sensual perceptions. Now move to Sahasrara, where your buddhi is there. All the negative thoughts now being burnt. So your buddhi is made purely divine with positive thoughts. Om Shakti, 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 Om Shakti. So you have to have a strong faith on you, strong belief on you that you are changing yourself. With this chanting of Om Shakti, Om is the prananama of Paramatma. You are invoking Paramatma and invoking the Shakti. And with that Paramatma and Shakti, Shiva and Shakti, you are burning all your negativity in this 6, 7 places. That is my subconscious mind, gunas, Atmabodh, ego, senses and buddhi. All negativity is being completely burned. Now take a deep breath and feel a sigh of relief that all negativity in the mind consciousness has been completely erased, and now you are filled only with positivity. So with this positive feeling, now we'll proceed to the next level of Atma Samadhi Dhyan. That will see the next session. Thank you.